Today we'll be talking about volume. Volume is a measure of how many tiny cubes can fit in a larger solid. A solid is a mathematical term for any three-dimensional figure. The main types we play with are prisms and cylinders. And they're nice. We only have to deal with rectangular prisms. You don't have to draw this. Or triangular prisms. A cylinder, soup can, classic example. Soda can, classic example. The basic formula for any volume of a prism or a cylinder is the base area. Volume is equal to the base area times the height. Now you have to be careful because sometimes these figures are laid on their sides. The height is always the distance between the two bases. On a cylinder, the two bases are circles. Now, a rectangular prism, it doesn't matter because it's all rectangles any which way, but the bases are the top and the bottom. On a triangular prism, though, the bases are the triangles. No matter how it is laid, the bases are the triangles. That's what you have to watch out for. Now, from our last lesson, we figured out how to find the base area of a rectangle, of a triangle, and of a circle. So once you have the base area, it's very simple. Just multiply it by the height. So if you're looking on page P29 in the book, 09, that's where they have some of these. And the first one they have for you is a rectangular prism. And you can see how they work that out. Rectangular prism, they give you three numbers. You just multiply the three numbers together because for a rectangle, the base is length times width. And then when you multiply the height, well, if they give you three numbers, that's it. So if you have a rectangle whose length was 5 centimeters, whose height or width was 3 centimeters, and whose height was 2 centimeters, the volume would simply be volume is 5 times 3 times 2, which is 30 centimeters cubed. You can also write that cubic centimeters. They're actually supposed to be degrees there because they are abbreviations. Now with a triangular prism, I'm going to do this one a little tricky. You really don't have to worry about drawing it as much as all of that. Triangles are on the sides here. So, if I told you this was 2 inches, that would be the height. If I told you this distance was 3 inches, that would be the width. And this distance right here, even though it looks like it's the height, is actually the length. And I'm going to say that's 4 inches. Later on, you'll understand why I picked 3 and 4 for a triangle. It deals with Pythagorean theorem. But anyway, the base area of a triangle is 1/2 the length times the width, also known as base and height. You got to be careful because this height refers to the height of the triangle. This height refers to the height of the prism. Sometimes they're given to you. You got to know which one is which. But again, like the rectangular prism, I just have 3 numbers. So it's real simple to go 1/2 of 4 times 3 times 2. Well, 1/2 of 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 12. And, 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 times 2 is 12 inches cubed. Pretty simple, huh? One more thing, a circle. A circle, the base area is pi r squared. So, if I have a cylinder, and they tell me that the radius is 3 inches, and the height is 5 inches. Now I will go to 3 squared, because that's the radius, and this is the height, so I will multiply that by 5. I always tell my kids, save pie for dessert. Your mama tells you got to eat that last. Well, do that last, because that's a decimal. That makes your calculations uglier. 3 squared is 9, and 9 times 5 is 45. You still have the pi. The EOI usually tells you in terms of pi. So, in terms of pi, 45 pi inches cubed is my answer. And that is an exact answer. If they tell you an approximate answer, you have to go 45 times 3.14. I left my calculator at my desk. I'll be right back. And you get 141.3 inches cubed, but you have to put the approximate sign in. That is your approximate answer.